I don't know about you guys. There was once a Danish poet said that the most difficult thing to predict is the future. It's funny to think of, because we're going to talk a little bit about that now, but the reason why I mention this is just because, like, think of this, the future doesn't happen if nobody is doing something to make it change. And Christoph, always great to see you. I have a question for you, because I mean, you worked with DURST for many years now. You've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of companies and customers throughout the time. You have been at trade shows. You have seen, we are standing in front of one of your partners, Koenig & Bauer DURST relationship. We have your fantastic equipment here behind us. And of course, nobody can predict 100%, but will the future have more people working on the printing presses or less?
Well, that is a question for ChatGPT. ChatGPT would say less, definitely. Yeah. No kidding. I guess we will work differently. It will work more like architects and a little less as builders, but the future definitely is going into more autonomous systems and potentially, but this is a couple of years out, into light out production for print as well. It just makes sense. I mean, we have scarcity of labor, we have a lot of things which are going to change. And yes, so if this would be my prediction, and it's not just my prediction, I'm a member of Abundance 360, I'm deeply involved in technology, and if you ask anyone, that's where we're going, yeah.
I was just wondering, because I mean, obviously, DURST also in the future wants to sell, if not products, then services at least. I mean, you will be a company, now we have 90th anniversary, and in 180 years or 90 years from now, you will still be around, you will still be selling something. It might be totally different, we can't know, right? But I was wondering, because if we look at a production company today, the way that value is created is very often that how much labor has been put into a product, plus the variable cost, plus the capex, plus the overhead. Will that also change, or?
I would strongly guess so, yes, it will change. I mean, if we look at labor today, now it depends on the region, where we are, how much we are automated. There are a lot of facts along the supply, along the value chain, which will change, which will be automated, which handled differently. I mean, even if you think today in a more practical way, how you would purchase a product in future, it still will be the main machine, maybe it's people-to-people contact, we still will do it, but if you think about material, maybe it's already agent-to-agent. I mean, I run a couple of agents, you probably run an agent, sooner or later these two guys are interact and say, hey Morten, you want to produce something with me? And it's going to be my Fred, which is my agent, say, what's the deal when we're doing it? Whatever, scheduling is automatic and maybe even pricing at a certain point. And if you think about this, print is no exception, only because we think, no, we're an exception of everything. No. This is happening, it's happening faster than we think, because exponential growth is a very strange thing. We don't see it and then it's just here, but yes. And so will production change. Now, I'm not arrogant enough to say that every production will change immediately, but yes, I see signs, and my best customers already started this process already. If I would take you, I cannot tell a name, to a customer in northern Italy where I have been 3 weeks ago, I was astonished how much is already to a point where I say, okay, this is probably very close.
You're quite ambitious, aren't you?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. So asking you a question whether you want to be a follower or a leader is a stupid question, right?
It's not the right question.
Yeah. So, I mean, because I mean, now it's a time where the right decisions need to be done, because even with the fantastic growth that you see with DURST and the leadership you do in many categories today, there's still a limited amount of money, of course. So it's about investing in the right thing. Is it software? Is it robots? Is it the combination of everything? Or where do you see that? Where do you need to focus in order to make sure that you still exist and still have that?
I started to ask this question 2.5 years ago. After I came back from LA, I had a couple of really experiences which were, let's say, they were close to what we call a singularity. First of all, you see Waymo, you call an Uber and the Waymo arrives and it drives you for 45 minutes to a peripheral city, not on a main road. and it spits you out again, and there is no driver. That is one thing. Then you get your pizza delivered by a little autonomous vehicle. That's the second thing. And then you think about LLMs, where they are today and where they have been 3 years ago. So the world is growing very, very fast. What does this mean translated to us?
That is, I know it's not a question. It is something that you will use the 90th anniversary as a platform for revealing your vision, right?
So, yes, I will. I don't want to say too much.
No, of course not. But I'm just trying to understand the scope of it, because I mean, every development a company does is always in the direction of what you believe will be the future, right?
No. So if we go back to where I'm going to invest personally and as a company, I co-own the company. It's Harald and me, no one else. So we're really seeing a change coming. And you mentioned software before. Software is changing as well. So it's very hard to say. Let me try to reformulate this. We will not go and define the next frontier models. They're already there, they're getting better. We don't have the billions, honestly. We're good, but we're not that good. But what we are having is 90 years of condensed knowledge in an industry, which is very, very unique. And no one from the outside, not even Siemens with industrial AI or physical AI, however they want to call it, does have this knowledge right now. They can build a platform, but then we have to pour in what we know. And so a little bit to explain it, we will pour whatever we know into it and create something completely new out of it, which you as a printer can use to improve then your production, your shop, in the way to get more out of what you're doing. So I think a little bit, I described it. I cannot tell you all the details, no. But we will show some of it in about 2 weeks at FESPA. We show you a sandbox, which really works. And I think you'll be surprised.
I have to ask you another question that is maybe a little bit aligned with this. And that is, if you look back at the printing industry, and I will not mention any names, but then you have like a company X here, company Y here, and company C here, right? And often you say that, okay, they develop a software platform, and the more we can tailor our customers into this one, the more we create a closed loop where they basically use the software to stranglehold you. But that's not the future, is it?
No, that's absolutely not the future. And if you paid attention to the news, I don't know, I mean, I'm not very politically correct, so SAP is trying to do this right now, it will be limit. No, that is, in my point of view, it's BS. I think we need agnostic systems, hardware agnostic, and we need fast connection. So in agentic world, you work with digital twins, which are able to set up themselves very, very fast, so that you can run your production. It's not so much the OEM, it's about your print production. And if I'm ready, if I'm able to optimize your production, let's say 30%, it's just fair that you pay me a share of it. But this is not another software which ties you into whatever. We started the open software initiative already 2 years ago. We're committed to it. In our software portfolio is Callas, which is completely in a different world. We're working with a lot of people. There are a lot of news coming up. But no, it's not. I'm not trying to fence the world. What I'm trying is to deliver value. And the day I don't deliver value, I have no reason to exist anymore. So that's what's coming from me.
What does Kyveris mean?
So, Kyveris means, it took me a long time to find this word, and it was not a marketing department myself. It's actually the man at the helm which is connected to a higher being. And if you look to the Y, it's a Celtic Y, which is the connection to a higher being. I don't think that an AI is a higher being, by the way, but there is a connection where human and AI work together for the good of the man, and I'm a tech optimist. So Kyveris, in a nutshell, tech optimist, connection to a higher being or to a better being, delivering value for real people, and print is alive. And our world is printed.
Funny how that connects, right?
Yep, perfectly.
Fantastic.
Thank you.